here.
The brunch bitches on a Sunday.
Exactly. With the good
11-ish.
Trump.
With the good Trump.
The good Trump in the building. I'm Anissa Yvonne, your host.
Cousin
here
Nickel.
with Cousin Nickel.
Hello.
And then we have Deuce 9 from Backyard. So your title is audio engineer?
Yep.
Okay. I was correct. He's going, yep.
That's it.
Are you scared, Brian? Are you
Nah,
scared
I'm
to be
good.
here with the brunch bitches?
I'm straight.
Are you afraid of what we might say?
Nah.
Okay.
So you're not a sucker. You sucker free out here.
I'm sucker free. I don't got to answer everything, but
okay, wait a minute.
Touche.
Okay, he changed
Touche.
that up real quick. He's like, I'm sucker free. I don't got to answer everything. But okay. You know what? I like that. That's very
Good answer. I like it.
Yes, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll definitely take it. But did you have a good week?
everything's cool. Yeah, productive.
Everything's cool?
Yeah, everything was cool.
You awake? I know you had a show last night.
I'm up.
Babylon.
I'm up.
Was it a good show?
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you send us some crank? I know
Yeah.
you sent music. Is it some crank shit?
Yeah, I got some stuff in there.
Okay. And these are all shows that you mixed down and did everything.
Yeah, two of them were studio tracks.
Studio tracks?
Yeah.
Did you do those as well?
I did both of them.
Literally
Everything-
the man behind the crank.
Everything that's gonna be played is mixed by me.
Okay.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I like it.
Got you. Our bartender is running late. Per usual.
Yeah, we're a little thirsty this morning.
Okay. We're
a
going to
little
have to call
parched.
G Steele about this Trump. You know, sorry, Trump, that you don't have your cup. Normally you have your cup by now. We'll get it going.
Yeah.
But when she gets here, you'll get your cup.
Did you have your toast this morning?
Yeah, did you have your Wheaties in your toast?
Yeah.
I know
Okay.
that's right. That's why we're apologizing, Trump, because you came prepared this time.
He knows
you
better.
ate your Wheaties.
He knows better.
You know better now. But you know what, guys? So how was your week though? Was it a good week?
I can't complain. It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Yeah,
so
true.
I take it for what
True.
it is, and
True.
I'll chalk it up.
I got you. You can't complain.
No,
because
no, it could have been worse.
you have food and
Yeah,
a
I'm alive.
operating vehicle and a career, and you can feed yourself.
I can talk about it today. So
and you look 14.
I appreciate that. Thank
Okay, you know.
I aim
Trump,
to
did you have a
please.
good week? Did you get any this week? Did you do it?
Oh.
Did you
That's-
do it?
What can I say? What can I say?
Oh, okay.
You say name, no name.
But other than that, did you telework like I teleworked? Okay.
Good for
Okay.
you.
Did you take naps in between? I did too.
Good for you.
Okay. Yeah. Did a lot of people call you with some bullshit? Yeah, me too. But it was all good. I said it straight.
Yeah.
You know. I
That's
put the
good.
phone on mute at all the meetings, all the conference calls, and I watch Amazon Prime.
And I think I talked to you for about a good 45
You
minutes.
did. You
Okay.
did. I wrote poetry. I had wine. Okay. I stretched. I did some yoga stretches with my cat because she sits on the floor with me when I do yoga stretches. And it was just a good week.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
listen, so I got a friend. I can't name the friend, y'all, but here's what I want to know because I want to hear the guy's perspective on this. So he's my good buddy. He's been courting this lady, Trump. He's been courting her. Like literally, taking her out.
Mm-hmm.
They've been going on dates and he really likes her. He said she's the cat's pajamas. She's the bee's knees.
Okay.
He likes her.
Okay.
And, he invited her over. I forgot. He said it was something about they were supposed to go somewhere, but she had to do something. So he was like, you know what? I'll make you dinner. He only knows how to make two things.
Oh.
Spaghetti.
Oh.
He only knows how to make spaghetti and quesadillas. And he make a mean quesadilla. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Those are his two go-to meals. So I said, which did you make her? He was like, I made her the spaghetti. Anyway, so we're going to get long story short, right? So he was, they had been courting like 3 months or so. And, he likes her. He said she's independent. She's funny. She's attractive, got her shit together.
Okay. What
And
is
so-
it? What is
okay.
it? That's why I
So
wanna
he
get-
said they had dinner. So we got to get all the accoutrement there,
okay.
all the
Okay.
details. So they had dinner.
Okay.
He said they started like messing around. They were on the couch. They started off with the Netflix and chill. Then they had some Pinot.
Okay.
Okay. Pinot Noir, not Pinot Grigio.
Okay.
He's a red guy. So they had wine. It was fucking around. Okay, they made it to the clothes off. He said they're getting into it. It's good. He said it's amazing. He said they're going for it. So she says, stick it in my ass. I said, what?
Whoa.
I was like, wait a minute. How long were y'all in it? He's like, a good few minutes, you stop, you flip, you take a break, He's like, you don't want to come too quick. He said, but you excited, you know. So I said, okay. So I said, did you do? He was like, no, I did a finger.
Oh.
Well,
stinky finger bastard.
Okay, no, but he had to do something to keep it going. So then she says, he says she's moaning, she likes it. He said, then she says, no, now stick it in my ass.
Ooh.
I said, oh.
To each his own.
No, to each their own. And I respect her speaking up for what she likes, what sexually turns her on. But I would have went with the whole mood of when he did a thumb, I wouldn't have pressed for the penis in my ass. I don't do anal anything, by the way. That's in the handbook. Did you know there's a handbook on me?
I had no idea.
On how to.
It's a chapter book.
It's a chapter book on me. How to court me, who I am, what I like, what I don't like. And one thing I don't like is a thumb in my ass. I don't want anything in there at all. Just look at it. Don't go in it. Okay. So anyway, he says, so I said, well, what did you do? So he was like, I just ignored it, kept going. He was like, okay, we came, they did the water washcloth thing. It's his house. So he had to get up, get the water, the washcloth. You know what I mean? They were good. They talked, giggled, laid around.
She probably won't give him any more.
No. They did a round 2.
Oh, okay.
Off the early morning.
Oh, okay.
Off the early morning. And she said.
She wanted dick in her ass with her cup of coffee.
She said, stick it in, put it in. So he was like, chill, motherfucker.
I did need a beverage.
So they didn't have the conversation the night before, but they had the conversation that morning. And he was like, look, I'm not opposed. I've only tried it, one time with one person. So I can't say if I not like it, because I may like it with you, but damn, can we get warmed up first? This is our first time. I was I said, let me ask you a question now. I said, you're not offended by her being a friend? He was like, no. He was like, absolutely not. He was like, she's up front with me, everyday conversation. But I said, did y'all talk about sex? Did y'all have sex conversations? I think sex conversations before you have sex is very important because of this. If you're a prude about talking about sex, you're probably prudish in the bedroom. And I think having a dialogue about those things are important. Do you agree?
Mm-hmm. I do.
He's what the good Trump? Do you agree? Yes. Why can't you have both? I'm saying even before you make it to the bedroom, Trump.
He said at the same time.
We can do it after too. But if you talk about what you're into prior to, you can 420.
Hey.
Pass her off the van. You missed it. We're talking about anal sex. So, but no. The thing I'm saying is, I was asking him, because I was on the girl side, the woman side. Were you offended that she spoke up for what he was like, no, but I was a little thrown aback at. He was like, it was a little too soon on the draw for me. He was like, can we kind of just flow it out first? And then, So I said, question though, did you, motion to getting head? He was like, I did not. I said, okay, fuck it. I'm on your side then.
Yeah, what he asked for?
He didn't ask for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Now he was like, not yet. He was like, I didn't want to make her feel like I was trying to go in all hard on her, but she wanted to get it in.
Yeah.
She was ready. That. She was grown.
She wanted that.
She said, stick it in my, but you know what I told him? I said, you should have fucked her head up and said, can I pee on you?
No.
Fuck with her. I said,
she might have said yeah.
She might have said pee on me and fuck me in the ass.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. Her plate
Go
is
to
full.
shower.
Her plate is full, baby. Yes, it is.
But I was like, you should have fucked her head up. That's what you should have said.
You should have hit her in the head with it.
He should have hit her in the head
Boop,
with
boop.
it.
Billy clubbed her ass.
Exactly, with his penis. Then maybe she would have shut the fuck up about the anal sex thing. I hope she doesn't listen to the show because I gave too many details and he doesn't care. But I gave too many details and she'll bite. I'm sorry if she breaks up with you. Never let a woman know that you talk to another woman about what you guys are going through. It's rude. Never ever him and I are good buddies. We go way back. So,
Especially the host of a radio show.
Especially the host of a radio. Well, don't fucking tell me the story there. Shit. That's a good story. Wasn't that a good story, guys? It was true.
It was interesting.
It was so, I wondered.
If you aren't awake, you are now.
You are now. Yeah. So, Deuce 9, would you be offended if she swung around and said, off the courting and then y'all first time getting into it, and she said, sticking in my ass?
I'd be thrown off. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Do that laid back.
Nah, seriously.
No, that's what he was thrown off by it. He wasn't afterwards, he was good. He's like, I'm not gonna not, fuck with her because of that. But he was thrown off by it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It was a bit much.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you, Trump?
No.
Oh, okay. Swing around and say, stick it in my ass.
Why do you keep saying that?
That's what she said. That's what he said she said. That's what she said. But did she swing around to you and say that in the middle of sex?
No.
Okay. Pastor Green Thumb has a wife, so we can't ask about that. You can't tell your wife. Do y'all do that?
That's not y'all.
I want to kiss hands. Let me get into the moist spot.
Oh, God. Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so nasty.
You ass.
Sponge.
Oh. Like Buju said, love sponge. Is that Buju or Barris? Who said it? Who said love sponge?
I want to say
It's Buju. Okay. Are you an anal guy, Deuce 9?
I don't fuck with the dookie shoot. That's not. I'm not
Okay.
a fan. I'm not
Good
a fan
to
of
know.
that.
Good for you.
Good
I'm
for
not
you.
a fan of it.
Yeah.
No,
they
it's old ones too.
They was down
I got stories, but
They
I
did
won't
some
tell them
stuff.
right now. And
They
I
was
gave
down
y'all
low.
one anal story. We'll talk later. We'll talk later. We'll talk later, Pastor. Yes, we will. So can we take a break and play a track mixed down by Deuce 9, the man behind the crank, Backyard's Own. We have him here in the studio. Everybody heard it. He's anti-anal, and it would have thrown him off. Let's take a break, play some music, and fuss at the bartender.
Deuce. Y'all do, man. Welcome back, yeah. Simple City. Celebrating yo still, man. Floyd, Lil Gus, Miss Ma. You ride on that Hondo. What do you care? My man. Let's do that. They just stand over, they too big. Fuck with me. Back on Sunday night, she looking so right, girl. Right birthday tonight, nigga. I ain't doing no drinking though. Get this shit back in check. Whole time. T-side, you ready to smile? Huh? T-ride. 21st, what y'all gonna do, man? Talk to me. cold outside with the pussy hairs, baby. I just be here with my nature. I'm sorry. Hey, hold us out. Yeah. Drop down for a tiny up. Yep. Hey, Deuce. Hope you got this one on replay, man. We're ready to do something big here tonight. We do LB. Hold us out. Yeah. Don't get into my bartender. Cameraman back there with the microphones that we ready to do it again. Don't go nowhere, honey. Good to see you, baby girl. You on sweet dust. Good to see you tonight. Sweet movie got a birthday. Let's get that. Freeze pop. Hold us out. Too, man. Congress back on deck like always. But you can catch me in the parking lot. Sparking lot. Like this here. Top down. Work. Trinity honeys. Yep. What do you care? Huh? What the heck, Cam? What's in that? Tell him get it from here. Huh? Hold us out. Let's work. Simple City. Deuce, y'all ready? Ready to Deuce. I'm ready to get loose, nigga. Huh? Right there, Tim. Go away, boo. Stand no honeys. Shake the money. I see you, girl. You probably heard it too, ain't you? Little T. That hold us out. Drop down, bug. Y'all know that early boy shit too. Yeah. What do you see? Hold us out. It's cool. Y'all ready, tap? Let's work. Mic on in the house a little bit more. They say they need to hear him on the flow. Yeah. This fine. Deuce. Y'all do, man. Welcome back, yeah. Simple City. Sunday night. She looking so right, girl. Right birthday tonight, nigga. I ain't doing no drinking though. Get this shit back in chat all the time. I'll do it like a DJ for you. Huh? Do it like a DJ for you. They don't crank like this on T-side. You ready to smile? Huh? 21st, what y'all gonna do, man? Talk to me. A little cold outside with the pussy hairs, baby. I just be in my nature, I'm sorry. Hey, all the time. Yeah. Drop down for a time, yeah. Hey, Deuce. Hope you got this one on replay, man. And we can do something big here tonight. We do LB all the time. Yeah. Don't forget to my bartender. Cameraman back there with the microphones that we ready to do it in. Don't go nowhere, honey. Good to see you, baby girl. You on sweet dust. Good to see you tonight. Sweet movie got a birthday. Let's get that. Freeze pop. All the time. About you. Like I think we're popping lot too, man. Thomas back on deck like always. But you can catch me in the popping lot. Smoking lot.
Ah.
Bartender has arrived
And got us
delivered.
all the way together.
Yes.
And it's delicious.
Brunch in the cup.
Brunch in a cup. This is what we do, Brent. Sorry. We're heathens sometimes. We're heathens.
Yeah.
Sometimes. You know. But that's okay. You know. Sometimes you just gotta cut up sometimes.
Yeah, all the time. Why not?
You have to cut up. I was
only
speaking
live
from the
once.
mic. I wasn't speaking into the mic.
Ow.
Speaking into the mic.
Speaking of,
But we had 420 Friendly disappeared. I don't know where they went. He went out.
he went to see which way the wind was blowing.
Oh, he went to see which way the wind was blowing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah, if y'all don't get that, okay. That's what he went to do. Oh, shit. I wasn't even recording. Fuck it.
Oh. We have some nice brunch in the.
We do. It's delicious, actually. So this is blackberry syrup with lemonade and just a light splash of vodka. It's really not light. I was trying to be humble with that shit.
You
Like,
should have just left it at splash.
I should have just left it at a tilt of vodka. A titillating tilt of vodka.
Oh yeah.
We look like we in a goddamn taqueria. We look like we're supposed to be eating tacos and guacamole.
No, this an Asian joint. No, this an Asian joint.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you,
I'll
thank
take
you.
it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we have Deuce 9, the man behind the crank, in the house with us. That was Backyard that was playing, and this is some of his work. He's the behind-the-scenes guy. So explain to people who don't get what the audio engineers do and how significant your role is.
Well, in layman's terms, you could just say like whatever comes out of the speaker is what I'm responsible for.
Okay.
So when people in the club, they hear the band playing, but they don't realize it's being amplified by a whole bunch of different things from what I'm doing to make it sound a certain way. So I get a good example. Like if you used to listen to like Junkyard back in the day.
We did.
And
I saw you at one of their shows mixing it.
Yeah, I used to run sound for them too. But Bugs would say, "Shut this motherfucking PA up."
Yeah.
And you shut it off. All you hear is the band playing acoustically, but you don't hear any keyboards, microphones, or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So without the sound, you can't really get it. Right.
in
party mode.
Right.
So basically, I just kind of like blended all together. It's really just painting a picture. It's art. It's a mix of art and science.
It is an art. Yeah.
So it's like I gotta listen to the bass drum and shape it, make sure it sounds right. Snare,
not distorted.
make sure
not distorted.
G mic sound full. Sometimes he can.
So what does
sound
that
hollow.
mean? You're not speaking in lay terms now. He might sound full.
So
what does that mean?
So like you got to EQ his mic. So G has G's mic. G's voice is kind of hollow. He has a lot of highs and a lot of lows. He doesn't have nothing in the middle. So you have to boost what's in the middle so it can sound full. A lot of people, if you mix his microphone wrong, he won't sound right. He'll sound like in a telephone or something.
So he'll sound like like that.
So everybody in the front line has a certain type of voice, and you gotta kind of like shape it so that it sounds right coming out the speakers. And then when you record it, it has to sound right when you're recording too.
Okay. So people think that you just record shit and just throw it out. But that's not how it works. That's not how life works.
It's real complex.
It's real complex. I believe
it's
it.
a lot of work.
Yeah, that seems interesting though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like my music to sound good.
Yeah, I do.
And I like the PA system to sound good.
Exactly.
So in the business, before you, who did you look to? Who did you think was the best in the business?
Based on when I was a little kid, I always followed the bands I like listening to. So I was a 90s go-go type dude. So I was listening to Backyard was always my favorite band. Well, before that it was Junkyard. Then I switched over to Backyard. But Backyard, Junkyard, Northeast Grooves were my big three bands I used to listen to.
But and in sound,
Yeah.
who was your?
So I'm
who
getting
did you,
into.
Oh, okay.
So because I listened to those three bands,
Gotcha.
I was always following the engineers
Who
around
did their
them. So it
sounds.
was like
Okay.
in Backyard it was JR and Lil Joe.
Okay.
Junkyard was Bocelli, and he actually ended up running sound for Northeast Grooves in '98 and did some amazing work.
Oh wow.
So it was them, and then I wasn't really I didn't listen to S's that much. I should have, but they used to always telling me S's is better than these little bands you listening to. All the old heads, they used to always tell me that, but I never got a chance to go see
I
them.
don't think there's a comparison though.
Yeah, but
they're different.
They would say everything that they play they got from Essence. I'd be like, yeah, I get you, but I was listening to
Maybe they did, but that's what happens in the business. You emulate who you look up to, and then you kind of, sculpt it to be your own.
Yeah.
So was this always your thing?
Nah, it wasn't.
How'd you get to
I used to play congos and timbales. I was in a band for several years. I always wanted to be a percussionist in the
So
band.
you've done it all.
Yeah.
So you have an ear.
Yeah, so I played in a couple bands. The most notable band I probably played in that people know me from playing is Fatal Attraction.
Okay.
Okay, I
So
remember that.
I was with them from 2005 until they broke up. But before that, I was playing and filling in for a whole bunch of bands that don't matter.
Right.
I'm not gonna say they don't matter because they listen to me. They be like, "Man, you going in there?" But yeah, I was playing with bands that weren't known like that, but they sounded good. I actually had a band in when I was in high school, getting out of high school. We were named Raw Perspective Band, but we changed our name to Mob Figure, which is a crazy acronym. I can't remember what it meant.
Right.
But
So you can't even remember what it was.
Greg Pete was our manager. He was one of Chuck Brown's sons. So he used to manage OB Tribe too. So we were I still think we were one of those bands that were ahead of our time based on the sounds.
Really?
Yeah, because we used to play with UCB and they used to be like, man, these dudes good, man. We had keyboard players that were playing on real keyboards. Back then, people were playing on Casio, Radio Shack joints.
Right.
And our keyboard players was playing on Tritons and A-Sartans and stuff.
Shit.
So when you hear those sounds, it sounds like a big band. So back then, you could tell a big band from a small band based on what kind of keyboards they were playing on.
Wow.
Okay.
So why did the band disband? Why did you break up?
The manager was on some other stuff, man. He was too heavy in the street, and something happened in the studio, and people didn't like what happened.
So they just kind of said,
yeah. So it was
forget it.
It kind of diffused, and then people went their own ways.
Right.
So I continued to play congos, and then eventually I decided man, hold up. This dude named Kendall used to run sound, and he was in my band, and I used to watch him run sound, and I was like, man, how you be doing? Yeah, just watch me. I'll show you how to do this. This how you set it up. Blah blah blah. So I watched him, and then I figured that I could do it one day. So,
Right. That's where it starts.
So-
I can do that.
Exactly.
I can
So
do
he was
that.
at a show. The funniest thing is that he was at a show, and he had to leave. I guess he was like, I got some action, and I don't feel like getting this money right now. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna let you hold my rack. The rack is basically the effects process, everything you plug into the PA board to make it sound the way you want it.
Okay.
So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let you mix the band since you know what you're doing. All right, cool. So I mixed the band. I listened to the CD. That joint was clear. I still got the CD to this day.
You still have it?
Good.
Yeah,
That's
I got
nice.
Oh
all
my
I
God.
should have brought it, but
You got memories.
Yeah.
nah, that's my first CD. It was like 3/17, 2007.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the first CD I ever made.
See, you've
It
been
was
at
a
this
band
for
called
a
Black
minute.
Passion. They were my they allowed me to be the guinea pig, like
To learn.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
learn. So they was like, man,
cool.
you got this show rocking like that. Let me roll with you. So he got mad. He was like, dog, how you gonna steal my band?
Wait a minute. We didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. You stole his band.
I didn't mean to.
You stole his girlfriend.
Nah, I really
Yeah,
didn't
you
mean
did.
to. I just was trying to get my foot in the game. That's all.
Right.
But they were like, okay, we're gonna use you, and then because I'm new, I'm gonna charge a little bit less because I
Yeah.
don't really,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not really, really know.
I
what
was
I'm
gonna
doing,
ask
so.
that. How did you start basing your scales? Like, how did you start? How did you come up with your rate? Like, when did you reach a point where you said, okay, this is
I'm
my
good at
base.
this.
This is my base rate.
I'm good at this. Y'all gonna pay me.
Well, I guess it took a while, but the game is real, messed up because bands or managers will make it seem like you're really not that good just to keep you.
Yeah.
you
yeah.
know.
The Diddy's in the game.
But when you start looking at what you accomplish,
Yeah.
how many CDs you got in the streets, what's playing on the radio.
Right.
There's times when I listen to the radio at 9:30 and the whole thing is stuff that I played, that I mixed.
that you mix.
He said at 9:30.
Yeah,
Right.
9:30 joint, yeah.
Right.
So I would just say like, yeah, it got to a point where I said, I'm good at what I do. So, and people were asking and calling me like, hey, man, can you mix this? Can you mix this?
Right.
That's great.
Or if I come into a show early, they'll say, oh, Deuce nah here. Oh, nah, you got us, young, you got us. So if there's another
So you kind of
engineer-
learned that it was some bullshit that they were trying to do
Well, yeah,
to
it's
kind of
just
play you
certain
down.
ba-
So
yeah,
they
because
could
they don't
pay
want-
you down.
Yeah, that's just how it
Yeah.
is. It's they trying to
That's so grimy,
psychologically
though.
control you.
That's
and
the way of the
keep you.
world.
But that's just the way it works. That's how it
Yeah.
works in corporate America. All that stuff.
Yeah.
do
That's
this
true.
favor
That's
for
true.
me. Do it for me.
But-
Do this for me.
Right. And then they don't want to pay
And
you.
then they
That's
don't wanna
true.
pay you.
Yeah, so
That's
then
very
you just
true.
set your after a while you set your rate at a reasonable rate because I don't want to price myself out of the market.
Right.
'Cause then people be like, man, I can't afford them. I mean, some people say that, but I always work with bands. The bands that I know ain't really making that much money.
Yeah. You kind of work with them.
I try to work with them a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, that's sweet.
I got you. So when you were in the band, did you have groupies?
When I was playing congos, yeah, a whole lot of them.
Did they throw you? Did they throw
But-
underwear at you? Do chicks throw
but-
underwear at go-go's?
But people don't
They
realize.
don't wear underwear to
They don't wear
go-go's.
underwear, and you couldn't wear underwires at one time.
And you couldn't wear
so-
underwears in a black hole. In a black hole, you
Yeah.
couldn't wear
So-
underwire bra.
Being in a band, playing congos, you right there. People you get a lot of attention doing
I don't
that.
care if you play the triangle. Somebody's trying to throw you some motherfucking pussy.
That's
and a
true.
cowbell.
And
I don't
if you
care.
just if you shoot,
A recorder.
people carrying
Somebody
equipment
is trying to
getting
throw
it too.
something at you.
She
If you play the
said,
hell
I
out
don't
of
care
that
if you
recorder
play
or
the
that triangle.
triangle. That is very true.
The funny
That
thing-
is so true.
Funny thing, being a sound engineer, you don't really get noticed like that because you're not on stage.
You're not on stage. No, I
You
get
look
that. I
like
was
a
going to
u-
ask you that.
You look like a utility person. You look like a janitor, like somebody that's just standing there,
Well,
like
why-
you work for the
well,
club or
wires
something.
and cords.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really with the band, so a lot of times.
Do
I
you
get-
want that attention though?
I'm cool with it. I like being low key for real.
Right.
But yeah, there's times when I'm on stage or I'm about to go on stage 'cause I got to fix something.
Yeah.
And there's certain places where back here I play where the crowd is just rude. They think that they own real estate where they stand at. So I'm trying to get through, right? And they be like, "Excuse you, what the fuck you doing?"
Are you kidding me?
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
of course.
can you? I said, do you want to party? You want me? I need to fix the sound so you could party, right? They rude. They don't be. And if I'm wearing something that says backyard on it, after they see that, they be like, "Oh, my bad. You
really?
The band." But
I thought you were
you whack
like, what the hell?
bitches.
Yeah.
And I mean men and women. You whack bitches.
That's just how it is, because people they fix their eyes up front. They like to see what's on stage.
Yeah.
So
they want with glows and glitter.
I'm behind them, so I don't get that much attention nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm cool with it though.
Well, I've been in the go-go and saw them twerking by you. They twerk by you.
I mean, sometimes they do that.
I witnessed it. They twerk by you, honey. Okay. They bend it over by you.
They bend over everywhere sometimes.
For everybody.
If you go to Martini's on a Sunday night, go see New Impressions. They clapping on
New
the
Impressions
wall.
They on the sun.
They
When I
clapping
say
on the
they're
floor.
the new problem band.
They are clapping on stage. They clapping in the bathroom. They clapping in the parking lot. You leave out the side, and that's how it is.
That's good though.
That's the style of
if
go-go
the
that they
band
play.
sends you clapping in the parking lot, that's a good aspect. But New Impressions, shout out to them. They're a problem right now, and I need to get to a New Impression show because they really, I like their musicianship.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I like their musicianship, and their singer can sing, and I like their stage presence. They're energetic, you know. But we got Backyard here, so we love. Backyard. That's a given. Like we grew up on you. We, you know.
Yep.
Shout out to everybody. Backyard. Big G. Big G used to. Okay, I can tell this. I think the statute has ran out on this. So Big G used to sneak me into the Ibex bar when I was 19 years old, and he used to be like, "Don't drink." Me and Bean, shout out Bean.
Hi,
we love
Bean.
you, Bean.
Hi,
Reedy. And Reedy used to be like, "Please get her in." She was like, "That's my cousin. Get her in, G." This, you know. So G used to let me come in. I had on my Versace jeans and my Joan and David shoes. I was Versace down. I had my 90s drug dealer boyfriend. You were where?
I said that was in Versace.
It's still Versace's still in. It's timeless.
Yeah.
But you know, back then that was like the shit.
Yeah, that was a shit.
And you know, everybody had money in the 90s. You know.
True.
So that's what I was doing. I was getting snuck into the backyard. I was at the backyard show. I was getting snuck into the bar at Ibex. You know. It was a good time. It was a good time.
Ibex was a good time.
It was a good, like.
I remember going to see Back. It was cold outside. I'm going to the car. Somebody threw my keys to me to get in the car, and my key broke.
Ooh, it was that cold?
It was cold.
Let me tell y'all my best backyard moment ever. My best backyard moment.
I had my spare on. Luckily, I had my spare
I broke my
on
car.
the ring.
I broke my the handle to my car when it's that cold. You know when it freezes up.
And you open it and the shit just broke.
Popped off.
And then it fly over your shoulder.
I was blown. I had to open the door from the passenger side.
Climb over.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But everybody has to share their best backyard moment. And I'm going to tell you and I hope my brother's listening because my brother was there. And if you're listening, call in, brother. Because so we went to the Black Hole, me and Bean, Sarah. We went to the Black Hole. We were up on the stage behind Backyard. And they were late. They had played at a college in West Virginia. So people were starting to get a little antsy. It was like, we want our fucking money back. I didn't say anything. We knew why they were late. But people were getting like, you know, then I remember I saw my brother, all the Bladensburg crew, Bladensburg, Maryland, come in, you know. And so Backyard shows up 2 hours later. No.
Ooh.
No.
I would've waited, though.
No. When my brother and I talk about this today, and it brings a tear to our eye, for DC culture, for go-go, when I say Backyard showed the fuck up, they said, we sorry, we late, we don't have that much time. And when I say they fucking went in, it was so, I'm not a dancer. I'm not like, I grew up 2G. Like, you just stand in the corner, you just rock your head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and cousin Nickel.
No, we don't do it.
We don't twerk. We don't do none of that shit. Now in the bedroom, holler at me. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Other than that, like outside of the bedroom, I'm not twerking shit. I'm not.
No.
We just in the cut. And yeah, we them bitches that just want to stand back and look cute. Like, I don't want to give anybody any impression. Don't come touch me. Don't come dance with me. None of that shit.
Like that.
So, You know what I'm saying? So we just stand in the cut and we're ladies. We're ladies in the go-go. But we like the twerking girls. Like, we like to watch people party, though.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong.
They
Like,
get to
but
dance.
yeah, we not knocking nobody. I like to see the go-go turn upside down. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying that's not us. Yeah, we don't do that. So when I say they crank so fucking hard, like, we were like, what the fuck? Y'all gotta be with the gun to your head to crank this up. When I say that shit was timeless, it went down in history. How hard, when people left that go-go, motherfuckers was walking out hot, sweaty. They ain't want to go eat. They ain't want to go do shit. Everybody danced, from security to the police to everything. When I say Sauce went off, G went off, Los went off, like, they all went the fuck off. And it was
That's
an amazing time.
I don't have one good, the back experience is just something else.
No, me and my brother talk about that all the time because we've heard them crank, but never like this.
Yeah.
Like,
that was a makeup crank.
It was so like raw and they delivered, but they were like, we're sorry and we're going to show you that we're sorry.
Ooh.
And when I say the girls got naked, the asses in it, like, it was like a damn Lollapalooza of debauchery, and it was amazing. Sometimes debauchery is amazing, and it was amazing. They put the spotlight on the butt cheeks. They was naked.
Ow.
Bitches was in the air.
Ow.
I mean, we were old titties, young titties. We was like, oh, fat bitches, skinny bitch. Like, everybody, they was nude in there. They was cranking so hard.
That's what they did in the hole.
That's what they did in the hole and Ibex. You know, the girls used to climb the wall. You remember that? Girls to be on the wall, naked.
On the little
on
balcony.
the balcony.
On the balcony. And yeah,
uh-huh.
but they remember they said also the naked girls would get on the stage and be in the back and be up on that wall.
And the 930 Club.
They did. They did.
They used to be WST back
The
then.
It should be.
WST.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Yes. DC.
The
Show up.
WST.
Show up, DC culture. It did used to be that. But you know what? Here's what I love, that people are rallying to protect our culture.
Somebody has to do it, or it's going to
It's gonna go.
It's going to
Yeah,
disappear.
I think that a lot of us really dropped the ball in the city. I think that a lot of us really dropped the ball, and we didn't show up the way we should have in the earlier days.
You can't put it on the youngins.
Can't put it on the youngins, yeah. Because everybody needs a matriarch and a patriarch.
Yeah,
everybody needs a form of leadership. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so I don't think that we all did such a great. Well, I mean, I'm a mother. I did a great job with my children. My children wear me well. They're amazing. They're our friends.
Yeah, they are.
We don't have many friends, so I raise my friends. And you know, my son is great. He's talented. He's a 13-year-old, soon-to-be mogul. You know, he does music and art, and he's starting a clothing line. And you know, he's already working with a manager and everything, you know, but my daughter has a business and a home and, you know, all these things. And people always look at me, they're like, well, what? Really? I was a young mother. Okay. I did inappropriate things. Okay. Listen, I knew her father. We grew up together. You know what I mean? We had known each other since we were 8 years old, but still it took one time in 3 seconds.
Oh.
And then that's how you make a baby, children. Yeah,
Oh.
that's how children make a baby.
One time in 3 seconds.
One time in 3 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it. You know, it's kind of like we kissed and I got pregnant. Like, you know, you weren't in the room, but you were there.
I mean,
you know.
Yeah.
Okay, you know Reginald David Hicks. I'm gonna say his whole government. Everybody, you know Reginald David
And
Hicks.
he wouldn't let us go to Georgia Avenue one day. I'd never
He
forget
did
that.
not. He blocked us from going to Georgia Avenue Day because he wanted.
Wantu was there, wasn't
Wantu
she?
was there. My cousin in the audience was there because he wanted to hold my hand.
Yeah. We was ready for Georgia
He wanted to
Avenue.
walk
was like,
around
nah.
BVT, holding my hand on BVT.
Oh, girl.
Anyway,
We was mad.
anyway, so that
Wanted
was
me
my
wrong,
best
too.
experience. So you said you don't have one good back experience.
Like,
I mean, I have other ones, but that one goes down in history.
I don't have a go down in history. They always show up. They always deliver.
They do
for
show
me,
up.
and I just appreciate the crank every time.
Do you have do you have a top backyard show that you were like, God damn?
That's too many to name for
It's
me.
too many because you get
I
to
used-
sit
I
right
was-
You get to
because he
see it
front
all the
seat right
time.
there.
You gotta
All
say
of it.
from from me working the sound standpoint, from me being a fan back in the day,
Right.
both is too many for me to name. I know I could. You better get that. I know for me, like, I remember one thing I can remember is the last time they played the Metro Club.
Oh.
That was in
I know they started
2001.
going back to the
Yeah.
Met for a
I
little
hate that
while.
what do they call it? Power now?
It's called Power Now. It's not the same, but
It's the goddamn Metro Club.
It was the last time, and then they shut it. I was there for the last
When they
show,
shut the shit down.
and that playlist was amazing. I was just waiting for the CD to come out, and never came out. And I was upset,
Back
but
then,
Oh,
crank like
wow.
shit down the
but
Met.
that was a good show.
God damn.
Is DJ Lil Shirt still tuned in? I'm sorry. I'm going to cuss him out, Pastor. We're going to talk off air.
There's a time I was at the Black Hole, and I got put out.
You got put out the black hole?
Yeah.
What
it was-
you do,
the C-
Deuce
the-
Nine?
It was the 11.
Hold
the
up.
CD came out. It was 11/19/99, right?
Ooh,
Band
I might have been
cranked
there.
The band cranked so hard, even though Wincy wasn't there. The
No, I wasn't.
band
I was in Germany.
The band was so cranking.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what happened. I guess I was somewhere, and it was me and a few people, and I wasn't even fighting. I was about to. And the dude, Black Hole Security, they have like batons.
Yeah,
and
all that
helmets and
shit.
stuff.
All that shit. Yeah.
Flashlight, put the flashlight on me, and said, "That nigga right there,
Ooh.
get him up out of here."
No, they
So
did.
they put me smooth out of that joint,
Wow.
and I missed pretty much 80% of the second half. My friends saw me
It
get
ain't, man.
put
You can
out.
stand outside
They were
and hit
cranking
the
so
whole
hard,
crank.
right? My friends saw me put out. They ain't even try to help me or plead or
Damn.
nothing.
Oh, wait.
They was like, "Hey,
Look,
he
they
getting put
said,
out."
fuck that. We staying with the crank. We fuck with you though.
And you know what? I was the nigga driving.
I would have left them
right.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess, what do you think I did?
Okay.
I was gone.
I was about to say
They
that's some
found their
sucker
way
you
home.
was on
shit.
Georgia Avenue.
I ain't
You
gonna
could've caught
sit
the
and
bus.
wait
They
for
found
you
their way
to.
home. you know,
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I remember going to PA Palace the week after that to go pick up the tape.
Hell yeah.
And the tape.
And they didn't even have it.
The tape.
First of all, you throwing out so much
He
DC
said- he
shit.
said
He
PA
throwing out
Palace.
so much DC.
PA
I
tape.
love it.
PA
no,
tape,
PA.
right?
Everybody,
So-
listen, you should know
Yeah.
PA
and the tape
Palace.
was so clear and cranking, it felt like you was in a black hole. And that's part of.
Yes.
And the funny thing is that I say that because when I make my CDs,
Yeah.
it's one of those. That's one of those CDs that I play because it's also on CD now.
Yeah.
If I want to compare my mix, I compare it to that.
To that.
To when sometimes
Wow.
it's
So
that
that's
slow.
your
Do they
go-to
record
in
the
the
shows
business.
anymore?
Huh?
Do they record the shows anymore where you can purchase a copy?
Yeah, it's,
A live
it's different
recording?
now because back in the day they used to record it and put it out right
Like
away.
right away at the end of the show.
But I think the internet kind of messed that up.
The internet
Oh,
messed up the
no,
business.
yeah.
Talk about that. We've been talking about that a lot.
Because-
Why do you feel like the internet messed up the business?
because everybody's too
Antsy.
it has to be a certain way, right?
Yeah.
and they just putting
And-
out bullshit.
And I it's a good and a bad thing. For go-go, it's good because you want to make sure you put out quality all the time.
And expose, yeah.
But it also prevents people from continually listening and seeing what you're doing. And also, it also helps when bands put out more stuff. It also it challenges them to always bring it every single show. You know,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I remember when 1997, Backyard put like 200 tapes out.
Damn.
It's like anytime you went
You
to a
hipping
show, the
us
tape
like
was coming
shit.
out.
Yeah.
You hipping us like
I know.
shit.
So
I had a
97,
couple.
they had tapes everywhere they played.
I had a couple.
It was probably like a few joints they didn't put out, but every time they played somewhere, the tape was coming out.
right.
And then in 1998, it was only like 10 or 15 tapes that came out. And then after
Right.
that, that's when things started kind of like,
Yeah.
So like now we don't. It's like a starvation. People want crank.
People
and-
want the
and
crank.
people
I
don't
agree.
really-
Can they put it on iTunes or
People
something?
really care
well,
about
you
a
know,
professional-
Title or
when I had
something.
an event, we pulled up a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Right.
A lot of stuff on
Yeah.
YouTube, and there were a lot of people there asking for go-go, which I loved.
Yeah, because
we had some DC natives, and we had some people. We had white, black. We had people from other countries.
Oh, Lord.
We had we always have a diverse crowd, but still, I think the ongoing theme is that everybody's open to music.
And then
And-
everybody from the city that has moved other places, they like, look, can you send me some crank?
No, I
Send me
lived in
something.
Germany. I played
Send me
backyard
something.
in the car. I played, and look, people would be like, "What is that?"
Because
They'd
I
be like,
love
"What
the
is
crank.
this music?"
When we go to the South, I love to
Yes.
play go-go really loud.
But just imagine living out of the country though, and playing go-go really loud, and riding down the Autobahn Okay, I literally did these things, you
That's
know.
great.
So, hey Enoch, shout out Enoch Seventh Prophet, who's a good supporter of the Brunch Bitches.
Enoch.
He shows up a lot for us. I appreciate it. 420 Friendlies here. That's our radio family. They show up for us.
Yeah, all the time.
Pastor Green Thumb, where are you? How do I find you? Where? How does this phone work? How does the angle work?
Put it up like this. Put it up.
Put it up. Put it up.
Up. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. Oh God! So we're gonna play another song, but before we go, do you sell your DNA? Do you freeze it? Do you go to like sperm banks and sell your DNA?
I've never done that before.
You have great skin. You have great skin and a great nose and great eyelashes, and you can make money off your DNA from the continent. You know, from your daddy and mama's, you know, birthing you and giving you amazing African DNA. Because you know what, we got to trace ours back, cousins.
Yeah.
I got family in here, so we need to trace ours back. I think that my DNA is great because my kids are beautiful. They're insanely gorgeous. But the thing is, like, I'm looking at your skin. No. Listen, I'm looking at this shit. Y'all look at this. So I'm looking at your skin and I'm like, do you freeze?
Look at this.
Do you freeze your sperm and, like, you know, allow
never
people
did that.
to make a baby off of it?
Nah, I probably wasted it a whole lot of times.
Pause.
Oh, that's a good answer.
It might be on the
He said I
couch.
might have wasted it.
Say, it
Oh,
might be on the
you
couch.
whack bitches. Okay, Trump, can we go to music and refresh our drinks? We're here with Deuce 9, the man behind the crank, Backyard Band. We'll be back.
They want that toe. They want that toe. They want that Tokyo spinach. Tokyo spinach. I got her looking for my Tokyo spinach. Hey, she want my Tokyo spinach. I got her looking for this Tokyo spinach. She want that Tokyo spinach. I got her looking for my Tokyo spinach. Hey, my Tokyo spinach. I got her looking for my Tokyo spinach. Tokyo, hey, a Tokyo spinach. I got her looking for my Tokyo spinach. Hey, my Tokyo spinach. You know she's looking for that Tokyo spinach.
And we're back. We're here with Deuce 9, the man behind the crank from Backyard. We were listening to Tokyo what?
Tokyo Spinach.
Tokyo Spinach.
Oh,
Hey.
That's a shoulder move right there.
That shit is, yeah. That I did have to
trying-
move to that. I
cute
did
you
have to
trying to
move
be?
a little bit to that, you know. That crank though.
Yes.
I mean, it always cranks.
Yes.
You know, what are we saying? What are we saying here? So when we left, we were asking him, did he sell his DNA? He said no, ladies. He does not sell his DNA, but he did say he wasted some. You whack bitches. He didn't say whack bitches, but I'm going to say it for him.
Oh.
You know. Wow. But the thing is, okay, so we're going to move on from that.
Thank you.
He's not selling his African DNA. Okay. He's not freezing it and putting it in a cryogenic
And
type
he's not
shit.
passing it out either.
And he's not passing it out either.
Let's put that out there.
Yeah, he
I
already
don't think
said that.
so. I don't
He
know.
said that. He said he's not. Yeah, he said he's not
Nope.
passing it out. As you shouldn't. You should not.
Save it.
Okay. Then you have a bunch of illegitimate ass, crazy ass
Beautiful
kids out
kids.
here. They'd be beautiful as fuck, but
Crazy
they.
as hell. We'll take that.
Wait a minute. They be. Would you say beautiful as hell?
Beautiful as hell.
But they be by some whack ass women.
Illegitimate.
Illegitimate. Okay. Beautiful illegitimate children he is not making.
No,
We're gonna clear that up.
we're not putting that in the universe. We're taking
He's
it
not
back.
doing that. So we want to say thank you for being here
Appreciate
and
it.
putting up
Appreciate
with
your
our
time.
shenanigans.
Thank you.
You really schooled us on a lot of things,
That's what's up.
and I hope everybody else out there learned some things as well. I did.
Yeah, appreciate. The
I
man
learned what
behind
a
the crank.
full voice means.
And when he says "excuse me," he needs to get to the crank. Just
He
move
need-
your ass.
can you say that again, Nickel?
When he says "excuse me," move your ass.
When he's
trying
going to the goddamn stage,
Yeah.
move your ass over.
who wants to stand in front of the speaker?
Okay, and then stop twerking on the speakers.
Yeah, you mess up the
Stop twerking on the speakers.
the chords and stuff.
I don't think you care that they twerk by you, but just don't twerk on the speakers, right?
Don't talk on the equipment.
Don't bump the
I'm gonna tell y'all a story.
turntables.
This one time there was this girl right at opera, and she kept dancing like behind the PA, like right by the chords.
Yeah.
And I kept telling her to move, do not dance right there. She was like, "Who the fuck is you?"
Ooh.
I'm like, "You ain't gonna listen? All right, cool." So she kept dancing. I turned the sound off on purpose, right?
And told him everybody
I
she
told
did
her,
it.
Yeah, it told her. It's like, and G was like, "Deuce, what's going on, Deuce?"
This
Like,
bitch
this
right,
girl
here.
This joint right here. She keep dancing
fucking
and
up
she
the
knocked the
sound.
chord out. So she's like, "I did that. Oh my bad."
She should have got electrocuted.
She should have got
Sorry.
electrocuted.
She ain't never come to that side ever again.
Good.
I got my
Throw the
little
whole
tricks,
bitch away.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes I turn the sound off on purpose just to get somebody up out of the way. You know.
Good.
Good. You shouldn't have told that secret though.
I don't care.
Well,
Thank you for
okay.
sharing it with us. But throw that whole bitch away. Somebody throw in the garbage. Throw that bitch in the garbage. Okay, listen. Then this why people be talking shit about us, Trump, ain't it? That's why they be talking shit. That's
We
why they be
like
coming
them.
on. Who was it? We only had one hate. We only had one hate comment, Trump. Oh,
Oh,
damn.
man, damn. We gotta get our shit
We gotta
up.
get our shit up.
Yeah,
What you comment about?
The comment said that we're what did it say? Something about we should be ashamed of ourselves because we're calling ourselves the brunch bitches and we use the word bitch. But I'm not just
People
talking
don't
about
understand
women.
figure of
I'm,
speech.
it's dudes
Yeah.
are bitches too. I
Uh,
don't want him if he's a bitch, but dudes bitches too.
church.
You know what I'm saying?
Dog
But when
bitch.
I'm saying listen, and I understand that people don't like the certain terms of endearment, but when I'm talking to my cousin, bitch,
Everybody know.
bitch, girl, bitch.
Yes.
Let me tell you what we did, what me and him did last night, bitch.
These bitches in all
That's how the
offices
conversation
and
goes.
all
2
everything.
minutes. But you know what I'm saying? But y'all get it, audience, you'll get it. Because when I call y'all, be like, bitch, can I get some coffee? And then she tells me she don't drink coffee. Then she tells me, look, okay, and the audience, what she just said was this bitch. Okay? So listen. My vocabulary is very dense. I have a lot of words. I actually read books, not just Audible, not online, not what's that tablet? What's that?
I don't know.
Amazon, the books on
Oh,
Amazon.
Kindle.
I don't read Kindle. I actually have a bookshelf, and my bookshelf can't even fit all the books I have. So I'm not using the word bitch. It's out of
I like the word
ignorance.
bitch, and I like the word bastard and motherfucker.
I love bitch and motherfucker. I'm sorry. I do. I don't speak
love it.
around my mother like that.
Of
My
course
mother
not.
doesn't even tune into this. So,
That's
you
a
know what I
good
mean?
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's listen, I have a real mama, okay?
She be
No, I
calling
am
on the
respectful around my mother.
She'll be calling on the show.
My mother would be like, oh my God, I didn't raise you that way. She would say that.
Yeah, she would.
You know. And, but the thing is, I like the word bitch. I like it.
It's
I
a
don't
cool
like the
term.
word
It's
fuck.
a term of endearment.
It is. But you know
To
what?
whom- to
It's a
whom
stress
it-
reliever.
Yeah, it does.
Stress reliever. Because those words keep me from wanting to stab you up or whoop your ass.
Oh.
Keeps my ego in check.
Oh.
When I can just be like, this motherfucker, fuck him. I'm done. Oh, this bitch
Bitch.
at work. This bitch in the office. You bitch. But okay. But
thank you,
Deuce
guys.
9, thank you for being here. Thank you for
Thank you.
sitting at the table and
brunch
playing with the
bitches.
brunch bitches and our antics and everything.
That's what's up.
You
Thanks
know.
for having me. I
Oh, no
appreciate it.
problem.
Absolutely. I
This
think
ain't
what
go-
you do is important. And I think that we need, but this is the act of continuing to build our culture and protect it and keep it in the city.
Right.
You know what I mean? We have to pull in everybody and we have to have conversations. And this was a conversation about culture. It was about behind the scenes. You taught us something, how it works.
They never get behind the scenes love.
First of all, I think that
They never do.
behind the scenes is amazing because behind the scenes always makes more money and they have more control.
And that's-
I'm just saying.
Despite the artist, behind the scenes is what
Because
makes
the artists
it.
have to do what they're told to do.
Yeah. And you make it happen.
Absolutely. We're the brunch bitches.
Ah.
I'm Anissa Yvonne, your host. This is Cousin Nickel, and thank you.